Greetings, fellow students. Welcome to the Online Graduate Research Forum for spring of 2019. My name is Cruz, Montemayor, your presenter. I am a graduate student in the Masters of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies program in the Department of Occupational, Workforce, and Leadership Studies at Texas State University. The title of my practicum is Training Analysis of the Texas Department of Public Safety Driver's License Division. The primary purpose of my practicum was to evaluate internal training practices and procedures and to develop solutions for current problems that my organization may have. As a trainer at the Texas Department of Public Safety in Pflugerville, I have a vested interest in improving the quality of training that we give new hires, as employee satisfaction and retention is our primary goal. In this practicum, I addressed three objectives that related to training in our organization. Through cross-cultural global awareness, I researched just how diverse our customer base really is. My goal for this objective is to educate our employees on the importance of understanding the diversity of cultures and also why policies are put in place to ensure there are no violations of these customers' rights. Another objective of mine was intellectual development. My goal for this objective was to determine what our organization was doing right and wrong in regards to training through the eyes of our new employees. I accomplished this task through face-to-face interviews as well as survey questionnaires. My final objective, which was career exploration, was focused primarily on new concepts and techniques that I could implement into training. In this objective, I researched academic journals and discovered new and innovative methods that other organizations were employing to train their staff. Additionally, I further surveyed employees to determine what new training technologies they would be interested in the most. Now I'd like to share with you some great insights that I gained throughout the practicum. While working on my first objective, I had the opportunity to gather some demographical data on our customer base at the Driver's License Division. I believe that you'll find this information interesting, as this also offers a breakdown of the population in the Austin area by demographics, race, and gender. While collecting data, I found that the makeup of our customers at my driver's license office was approximately 43.6% white, 24.10% Asian Pacific Islander, 14.3% African American, 12% Hispanic, and 6% that identified as other. Additionally, I found that roughly 25% of our Hispanic applicants filled out the Spanish side of the application, meaning more than likely their primary language is Spanish. But why is this all important? Well, Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 set a precedent that prohibited government agencies from discriminating on the basis of race, color, or national origin under any program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. I found this law an important point to stress with new applicants, as it is not currently covered in our training modules, and there also may be legal consequences to any perceived discrimination. In reviewing our training practices, my surveys pointed out to one thing in particular, that was a general loathing of PowerPoint presentations. Many of our new employees felt that these PowerPoint presentations were way too long, and many would lose learning retention after about an hour or so. With this in mind, I felt at a minimum there should be more breaks in training, but this also gave me some insight on where to look for into my third objective, which was the future of training. It was in this objective that I did most of my research into journals to determine what technologies we could use to improve our training. The three technologies that I felt were most applicable were virtual reality simulation, training videos recorded by aerial drones, and interactive trivia games. After conducting a thorough cost analysis, I determined that virtual trivia games were more than likely the easiest and most cost-effective method to implement. As I mentioned earlier, the bulk of my literature research revolved around emergent technologies and training techniques. One article that I would like to share with you is Mission Visualization for Planning and Training. While this article is older than the others, it really helped me grasp how new technologies can help limit risk to personnel in job training. The article discusses how people in dangerous professions can use virtual reality to train for the job while limiting personal risk. This helped me envision using virtual reality to help new employees get acclimated to drive testing, as that is one of the most dangerous tasks in the driver's licensing job. The next article, titled Drones at the Service for Training on Mass Casualty Incidents, a simulation study by Pacheco and others, discusses how drones can help respondents training for a mass casualty incident better prepare and visualize procedures and where they need to be on the event of a mass casualty. In the drive training setting, this can help new employees learn not only the drive routes but also how certain procedures such as parallel parking look. Another article that I found enlightening was Cross-Level Moderation of Team Cohesion in Individuals' Utilitarian and Hedonic Information Processing, Evidence in the Context of Teams-Based Gamified Training, by Donghyun Kwak and others, discuss the use of gamification to help reinforce learning objectives through teamwork. After reading this article, I reflected back on some of the classes that I've taken at the university and how some of my most memorable ones included gamification in the learning. Gamification is basically the use of an interactive medium, such as a trivia game, to positively enhance learning through fun and teamwork. Ultimately, all these articles gave me a chance to not only reflect on job experiences, but also my academic ones. I would like to now take some time to talk about what I learned about myself in this practicum in regards to my strengths. I will also talk about some personal weaknesses that slowed me down during my practicum. Additionally, I would like to share with you some opportunities I experienced during the practicum. And on a final note, I will also talk about some threats that I encountered in my practicum. So for strengths, well, I'm naturally a very patient person. I'm not sure if this is my true nature or because I'm a father of 2 boys. Either way, this is translated into my passion for teaching and training. Additionally, in the context of this practicum, my cultural understanding of different cultures through personal experiences in the Navy has given me greater appreciation of cultures overall, as I went to a lot of different nations and got to know the local populace. I believe this helps me teach this concept to my fellow employees in an effective manner. Now, as far as my weaknesses go, I would say that I really need to work on my communication, as I'm really stubborn when it comes to asking for help, as I don't want to give the impression that I can't handle a given task. Additionally, there are a few times that I mismanaged or underestimated how much time I thought I would have when addressing certain objectives, so I feel like I need to improve my time management skills a bit. Throughout this practicum, I had some great opportunities, and I'm very proud of the product that I created for the department. The product I created was more or less like a Jeopardy type game, but I tailored it to the driver's license department, so we learned a lot about different objectives that we normally teach in a PowerPoint. This is pretty good because we got to break up the monotony that a lot of the employees felt they had when they were doing the PowerPoints. I was really happy with this because I was able to demonstrate a lot of my skills and everything that I learned through the MSIS program so far. Now, as far as threats, the main threat that I encountered was a budgetary issue. Mainly because the department's really strict on their budget, so it's not like they can really, I would say, they wouldn't be able to approve anything right away. So the main thing I gave was a Jeopardy game through a PowerPoint, and that really doesn't cost anything because you just kind of create it inside the PowerPoint. You can display it to the students. Now that I've experienced everything, where do I go from here? Well, in looking at my future career paths, I would definitely like to continue my career with the Texas Department of Public Safety, as I do genuinely enjoy teaching and mentoring new employees. But what other things could I look into? Another passion of mine and something I was looking back on at my time at the community college was college preparatory classes. It's always good to learn what you need to get ahead in your college career as well as in the workforce. So I feel like teaching a college preparatory class would be a good fit for me. Additionally, I always enjoy talking to the veterans representatives because they always taught me where to go, what to do, and also how to do all my paperwork as far as the GI Bill. So I feel like I'd also like to counsel veteran students as well as mentor them. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for watching my video presentation here on the YouTube Owls channel. And let me know what you think by either submitting a like or just posting some comments or questions, and I'll be happy to get back to you on that. Thank you.